Fred here, and just want to tell you a very simple truism about leadership. If two people are in charge, no one's in charge. Sometimes we bray against this because we're in such a team oriented, let's all agree, let's all get along orientation, and I think we should agree and get along too. But I'm going to tell you there's a fundamental flaw if two or three or four or five people perceive that they're in charge of, responsible for a particular outcome. What you want is leadership. And leadership is providing direction to a better place. Well, if you have two leaders or three or four, all that is a setup structurally for conflict or neglect. Let's think about it. So conflict is pretty obvious because you have two opinions, three opinions, and who are you to say who's in charge? I mean, look, driving across the country, one of you needs to be the main driver. You ought to agree on it. If one's the main driver and one's the backup, you'll have a nice trip. If you're both going to fight to drive or both fight to not drive, not so much fun. It's a conflict game. But it's also a neglect game on any level because you're not accountable. You can always blame the other person. A lot of what goes on is truly a blame dynamic. Even on the level of just planning a wedding shower. If you put two people in charge bringing the silverware, plasticware, chances are you're not going to have silverware, plasticware. I found that out with my boys. I'd do a backyard project and I'd have to leave. I needed to put one of them in charge because the one in charge would hold the standard or the goal or the game in play. If I even send an email to two people, I usually don't get a response because they each think the other's going to do it. So learn that lesson. If two people in charge, no one's in charge. It'll save you a lot of